Peace. So it's been a while since I last recorded a video, I think about 2 years ago. And a lot has happened since then. I sent this letter to all of mankind and specifically to your leaders and your high ones, the rich and famous. And obviously, no one responded in any kind of way to tell me I'm crazy, even if they read it. And I'm sure if they read it, they called me crazy. So I'll show you this letter that I sent them. And you can read it. You can pause and read it. I'm not going to read it out to you. You can go to my website and listen to what I have to say about what is coming. And a lot of that has started to transpire in front of us. Now, I said that the second promise, which I will go into a lot more detail in a little while, is coming upon us. And I first talked about this promise to the sons of Israel back in 2008, I believe, or 7, when I figured out what's actually happening here in this sequence. And at that time, if anybody had heard me, they would call me a complete lunatic. Now, if they listen to me, they'll just call me a little lunatic, because a lot of what I've said has started to occur, and specifically in the last 2 years with this Ukrainian war, and now what's going on in Israel, the war that has started there. And it will all lead to the destruction of the sons of Israel. This is nothing anybody can do will stop that. It is going to happen. I don't know who's going to do it, of all those on the earth fighting each other, or whether God will intervene directly and destroy them with the punishment that is coming to all of mankind except the believers. I'm one of them. When the punishment of God comes, I will be taken away, and those like me will be taken away. The Christians call it the rapture, yeah, as if they're going to be saved. The Christians aren't going to be saved. The Jews are not going to be saved. These so-called Muslims are not going to be saved. They all think that they're the righteous ones, and they're the ones who are going to be saved by God. And it's going to be a quite hilarious surprise when all of them are destroyed by God, and all the others who are on the earth who have no faith or reject God completely, like the Buddhists and the Hindus, who say they believe and they believe lies, just like the Jews, the Christians, and the so-called Muslims who are not Muslims. They believe lies. They don't believe the truth. They don't understand what the truth is. They think they know what the truth is, and everybody else doesn't. And then you will accuse me of that as well, because I say the same thing. But I stand with the Quran, and anyone else who stands with the Quran and thinks they know, they can challenge me with what's written in the Quran, and I can guarantee you they will agree with me, or most likely they will be proven wrong, because I know this book in ways that most of mankind have no clue about, and those that hold this book and understand it have no knowledge to what I have of this book, because they fundamentally reject what this book is. And I have explained that in great detail over the last few years, and specifically for what I've been saying for 15 years. It's all captured, and you can read about it on my website, or read the Quran more than anything else. You will understand that. Now, which translation you should read is up to you. Mine, I believe, is the best translation. And if you know the Arabic of the Quran, not the Arabic they speak out there, because that ain't the Arabic written in the Quran, that is where the actual knowledge is, the Arabic Quran, which cannot be changed. So going back to this destruction of the sons of Israel, for those who do not know who the sons of Israel are, they are the 12 sons of Jacob the grandson of our father Abraham, of whom Joseph was the chosen one. These 12 sons of Israel were chosen by God. Obviously, they say the Jews that they're the chosen ones. Yeah, they are the sons of Israel. They're chosen for the grace of God. He has graced them above all the knowing from mankind. And that is the blessing of God over them, that He's chosen them and graced them. That doesn't mean they're going to get away with committing evil and unrighteousness, as is clear in the Torah and the Bible. They kept getting destroyed, and the Quran confirms that. This idea that just because you are chosen by God means that you're exempt from following His laws, and then if you break His laws, you're going to get away with it. That is a fallacy and a delusional understanding of what being chosen by God actually means. I mean, we're all chosen by God, and we're graced by God, but the ones that were chosen above the knowing for the grace of God were the sons of Israel. Now, everybody, when they ask, who are the sons of Israel? And immediately the answer from the Muslims normally is, oh, the Jews are the sons of Israel. That is a lie. The Christians are also sons of Israel. And where do you think the people who followed Jesus came from? They were the Jews then, after Moses left and they rejected Moses. The Jews, part of the Jews believed with Jesus. And then they became apparent. They were far more numerous and still are. So the numbers on the earth, 2.5 billion or more, are the sons of Israel in general. Of course, not all Christians and Jews are sons of Israel. And some of the sons of Israel are not Jews and Christians. They're, either rejectors, or some of them are so-called Muslims. Some of them are agnostic or atheistic, whatever. I mean, most of them are atheistic as well. They call themselves believers, but they're actually rejecting God and the thesis of God. So now what's happening is that they've come together in this last 80, 100 years, and they're warring in the earth. And this is the clear understanding of the second promise that God made them is about to occur. And to explain this, I have to go back and show you what God wrote in chapter 17. So let's bring this up once again. I've said it many, many times. So when the sons of Israel were established after Jacob and his 12 sons, and the story ended with Joseph being king of Egypt, or in charge of Egypt, this is what was written in the book to them, to the sons of Israel. And we decided, to sons of Israel in the book, to your surely warring in the earth twice, and to your sure highness great. So they're going to war twice, and they're going to be high in the earth, great highness. This is before anything actually happened with Moses, and at the end of the kingdom of Joseph, and how the sons of Israel were enslaved by Pharaoh. This happened. This was told to them before that. So when came promise first of them both, we brought out over you servants to us with war severe. These are the pharaohs, who were called the pharaohs, who came out, and but they entered between the homes, and was a promise fulfilled. So they came and took over the sons of Israel and the land which was written to the sons of Israel, the Holy Land, and they enslaved them. This is what happened. So this happened at the time after Joseph, when they all established the earth. They went astray, they warred, and they were high in the earth, and they were destroyed. Then we turned to you the turn over them, and we added you with wealth and sons, and we made you much number. So now, this is when the turning came, after Moses obviously saved them with the command of God. And they were given the turn, and now they're in much numbers. They were from that time becoming much numbers when this Quran came down, and now they're more numbers probably. Yeah. If you good to your souls, and if you evil, but to her. So it's all about yourself. You got to figure it out for yourself. You are responsible for your own faith and your own deeds, what you do. Nobody else is going to stand for that. Yeah. Except the one who takes you astray. He will take your burden as well, but you will not be absolved by following the evildoer or the one who's taking you to hell by making you believe lies like what they are with the Jews, the so-called Christians, the so-called Muslims, and everyone else on the earth. Your leaders are going to take their burdens by making you astray because they're astray. But when comes promise the other, to our maligning your faces, and to their entering the mosque, like what they entered it first time, and to their destroying what high destruction. So, which is this mosque? There are only two mosques clearly depicted in the Quran, which are the mosque in Mecca, which is the sanctified mosque or Masjid al-Haram, and the one in Jerusalem, which is Masjid al-Aqsa, the far mosque. It's called far mosque for some reason because it's far from Mecca, I guess. I don't know. In any case, one of these mosques is going to be entered. Now, the mosque in Aqsa did not exist. It did not exist at the time when the sons of Israel started off. And at the first promise, that mosque did not exist. So which mosque is this? Your guess is good as mine. The one they entered the first time can only be the Masjid al-Haram, the one in Mecca, the sanctified mosque. So I would imagine that is the mosque that they will enter, whoever they are. The evil are already there, the so-called Muslims, who banish everyone else from entering the area in Mecca, while they themselves are not Muslims, first of all. Yeah. So I don't know who they're stopping. They should stop themselves first. Maybe your Lord that He mercies you, and if you turn back, we will return, and we make hell to the rejectors difficult. So what will happen is the destruction that is coming. And the destruction that is coming is the smoke, which is depicted in chapter 44. Now, when they say maybe your Lord, He mercies you, He will mercy us after the punishment comes. And this will be at the time of the destruction of the sons of Israel and their hegemony. And they will fall, and they're already falling. And after that, or at that time, or the smoke will be the destruction, or the smoke will come after that. And all of mankind will be punished. Don't think that these so-called Muslims who think they're going to be saved are going to be saved from that punishment. They will also be destroyed when the smoke comes. Whoever is rebelling against God will be punished. Now, obviously, everybody is not going to be destroyed like with Noah, when every single soul who rejected God was destroyed except Noah and his family. Some of them were not saved from his family, like his woman and his son. One of his sons is burning in the fire. But the others were only his family were saved. Everyone who rejected was destroyed at the time of the flood. This time with the smoke, everybody who rejected will not be destroyed. And I'll show you why. In chapter 44, start with sign 8. No God except He. He gives life and He gives death. Your Lord and Lord of your fathers the first. But they in doubt, they playing. But comes closer a day, she will bring the heaven with smoke clear. It will cover the mankind. This a punishment grievous. So this is what we're waiting for right now, and it's coming. It has to come around the time the sons of Israel are going to be destroyed the second time. Our Lord cleanse over us the punishment. Surely we believe. So this is what you're going to say when the punishment comes, because this is what mankind says every time God's punishment comes. This is what they say, we believe now, and it's too late. But in this instance, God will respond. Surely to them the reminder, and has come to them a messenger clear. Then they turn over him and they say, taught, mad. That's what you guys say to all of us who know who we are, and God knows who we are, but you never believe because you don't believe God exists. You cannot prove that we are messengers of God no more than you can prove God exists. There is no proof in belief. If you knew and it was proven, there would be no belief. Surely we will cleanse the punishment a little. Surely you will transgress. So now, understand what we just talked about in chapter 17. Maybe he'll be merciful. He will. He will cleanse a little. It's not going to be all fixed up. When this smoke comes, however it comes, whether God sends it down directly from him or causes us to bring it upon ourselves by our own hands, that's up to God. I don't know how it's going to happen. There are many scenarios you can figure out for your own self how the smoke will cover all of mankind. And then he will tell us that you will transgress. So what was said in chapter 17? If you turn back, we will return. So a day we grasp the grasping, the great. Surely we will avenge. So God will avenge at the end. That will be the last hour. That is the end of days, which is far from right now. It's not happening right now. So that is what's happening here in chapter 44, telling you in confirming what happened in chapter 17, that you will be mercied. Maybe, but the answer in 44 is you will be mercied. Not completely. The earth will not go back to its old form, the old ways that it was working beautifully. It will not work like that anymore. It will not function like that. So now, to prove that there is the second promise that is now coming. So this is what is said at the end of chapter 17, towards the end, about Moses. And already we brought Moses 9 signs clear. But ask sons of Israel, behold, came to them, but said to him Pharaoh, surely I, to my thinking you, O Moses, to be mystified. So obviously Pharaoh thinks Moses is a crazy fool, delusional, mystified. Somebody has mesmerized him. And Moses responds, already you know, not sends down these, except Lord of the heavens and the earth's sights. And surely I, to my thinking you, O Pharaoh, to be destroyed. So don't think that we come and you accuse us of being liars. We're going to turn back and say, it's okay. Let me prostrate myself and you can chop my head off. We don't do that. We tell you to your face that you're going to be destroyed. So what happened? But intended that he take them away from the earth. So we drowned him and those with him altogether. So that's what happened with the parting of the sea. When they passed, Moses and his companions, they passed through after the sea parted. Pharaoh and his party followed and they were drowned. This is all written in the Torah and the Bible. And we said from after him to sons of Israel. So now understand, this is after that, establish the earth. But when comes promise, the other, we will come with you together. So there are only two promises, and that obviously says the first promise is past at this point, and the first promise was at the end of the sequence from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, till the Pharaohs took over. That was the first promise. So the second is going to come, and it's going to be twice high and twice warring in the earth. So what are they doing today? They are high in the earth, the sons of Israel, the Christians and the Jews in general, and they're warring. What's going to happen? They're going to be destroyed. This is as clear as it gets. There is no two things about it. This is what's happening. Now, another aspect that people say that, oh, the sons of Israel say they're the chosen ones, we are all equal, all men are equal, everything. This is nonsense. This is also nonsense. There is no such thing as equality with God. It's equity. He gives everyone equity. I mean, we are not, all of mankind is not greater than the heavens and the earths. Not a chance. We're not greater than the earth, all of mankind. How is that? How do you calculate that? Do you think we're running the earth? Or do you think the earth is sustaining us? Do you think we'll be okay if the earth is taken away? Or do you think the earth will be okay if we're taken away? This is the nonsense people think and don't understand the reality of what's going on. We are far lesser than a lot of creation, but we are graced above most of the creation by God. Not all of it, mankind, not all of it. We're equal as humans. We're equal that we all have souls, but we're not equal souls and we're not equal humans. This is all nonsense that has been invented by people who want to make everybody equal. This is nonsense, absolute nonsense. The angels are not equal to us. They're far greater. The Holy Spirit, Gabriel, is more powerful than probably all of mankind put together. And Michael as well. One angel can come down and wipe out the whole of the earth. So who do you think is more powerful? All of mankind or one angel? Obviously, one angel of God. Yeah, call me crazy. Wait till the day the angels come down, then you'll know who's powerful. And of course, God is in control of all the angels and the Holy Spirit, the one who guides me to understand the truth of this Quran. Gabriel, he's the one who teaches me this book. And he also inspires the believers, not the Muslims, the believers. This book is for the believers, in Arabic called mu'mineen, not the muslimin in Arabic, which are the Muslims. The Muslim is one who submits. That's it. He doesn't have to believe anything. He only has to believe God exists, and he submits to that God and makes no equals. That makes him Muslim. He doesn't know the book. When you start believing with this book, you start becoming a believer or a mu'min. That's how this thing goes. And the mu'min is exponentially higher than a mere Muslim. Although a mu'min is also a Muslim, and Gabriel is also a Muslim. We submit to whom? God. We submit to God and whatever God tells us to submit to, which is to his angels, to the books, and to the messengers, what they command us. That's how it works. I am a messenger of God, but I submit to the messengers of God before me because I only say what they said. I follow their commands. And I pass the commands that they pass to all of us, to all of you. And God is the one who starts that side. The other side is Satan, Iblis, the demon. He is the head honcho of the Satans, and his command is followed by most of mankind, always. And the demons as well, a lot of them. They're running the show right now, if you knew. So that's how this works. And to show you who are the chosen ones, let me give you an idea of who are the actual chosen ones from mankind. If we go back to chapter 3, so the messenger is commanded. I am also commanded to say the same thing as Muhammad said and every other messenger before. We all say the same thing. What do we say? If you be you loving the God, but follow me, he will love you, the God, and he will forgive to you your crimes, and the God forgiving, merciful. Then, I'm ordered to say again, obey the God and the messengers. This is what the obedience is actually. God and his messengers. Not one messenger, all of us. And when you reject one of us, you reject all of us. Because only one of us appears in front of you in every generation. Or a few. Sometimes there are more than one, like in the case of Abraham and Imran, the father of Mary. There were more than one messengers. And in other places, like with Moses, there were two messengers, like with David and Solomon. At the same time, there were more than one. But usually there's one who comes, and he represents all. All the envoys of God are represented by the guy who's in front of you. Of course, there are billions in the unseen backing us, and you will see them when the end comes and the curtain is drawn and you see the unseen reality, which I don't even see, but I see it through my heart. But if they turn away, but surely the God, not he loves the rejectors. So now this is the Spirit speaking here, not God. When they say we in the book is always God, us, we is always God. No, that's nonsense. Sometimes it is, but most of the time, the we in the book is Gabriel speaking on behalf of the angels or on behalf of God himself and the angels. That's how the we is used. Sometimes it's we, the royal, speaking God, we, The messenger sometimes says we as well. So is he speaking as God? No. He's speaking on behalf of we, whoever those we are, and you have to figure it out, obviously. So now what does the Spirit say? Surely the God chose Adam and Noah and family of Abraham and family of Imran above the knowing. The knowing is al-alameen. So these people tell you this means the world. Nonsense. It's just the knowing. Do you think mankind is higher than the universe? I mean, are you serious? Have you seen the whatever you can see up there? We're graced higher than them. We're chosen higher than them. No, we're not. We're not. These guys are the chosen ones. So whoever says they're chosen above these is lying to you. Not Moses, not Muhammad, no one. These are the highest chosen of mankind, above the knowing. And if they say this means universe, obviously they're chosen over everyone, which is a lie. No, the angels are most likely higher than them. The Spirit is higher than them. Obviously God is higher than them. No doubt in that. So who are these people? Yeah, it's Noah. We know who Noah is. Adam, the first man created on this earth. And before that, when we were all created, he was chosen. Family of Abraham. Who are those? Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, and possibly Lot, because there's no direct link between Abraham and Lot in the Quran, but the Bible calls him a nephew of Abraham, Lot. And family of Imran, who is Imran, father of Mary, Mary, and Jesus, the Messiah. And also Zachariah and Yahya, who is John in the Bible, who are referred to as uncle of Mary and her cousin Yahya or John. So these are the chosen ones of God above all. So don't make yourself equal to these people. We're not all equal, okay, in the eyes of God. God favors those who believe over those who reject. There's no equality. God favors those who are righteous over those who are unrighteous. There's no equality. The ones who are righteous are forgiven more than the ones who are unrighteous. In general, of course, all of us do make mistakes. I mean, Moses made mistakes. Muhammad made mistakes. I make mistakes every day. We all make mistakes. We're human. We have to accept that. There's only one I know that makes no mistakes, and that's Jesus, the Messiah. You can ask God why that is when you meet him. I don't know. I just know he is the purest man. He is infallible. He doesn't make mistakes. So then continues saying, progenies, some of them from others, and the God listens, knowledgeable. So some of them from other. Noah obviously is from Adam. Abraham is from Noah, because there was no one else except Noah's family left on the earth after Noah. And Imran is from Abraham. This is a line. And from down there, Jesus, and from the other side, it was Ishmael, came Muhammad. So these are the chosen ones. People will say, oh, Muhammad is also from the family of Abraham. No, your family is 2 steps from you, from your directness, which is your father, their fathers, your son, and their sons. That's your family. 2 steps. 2 steps up, 2 steps down. That's what it is. Your brothers, your father's brothers and sisters, your mother's brothers and sisters, they're your family, 2 steps from you. That is your family. So this does not include anyone like Moses or Muhammad in this. It includes who I told you. That's what it is. So this is what's happening. And this destruction is going to come no matter what anybody does. The so-called Muslims talk about this a little bit now. I've heard some of them open their eyes. Oh, what is it saying in chapter 17? I've been saying it for 15 years. It's coming and unfolding like unbelievably as far as I'm concerned. It's like, wow. Whenever I see these things start happening, I look at the book and it's like verbatim to what the book is saying is occurring out there. Now, how it's going to occur, it's not explained clearly. What's going to happen is explained absolutely clearly. The end of the earth is not coming right now, as these Christians will tell you, and others who say about end times, the end days are here. No, the end days are not here as far as like the last destruction that will come. That will come after the Gog and Magog are released, and that will not occur till the barrier is broken and the first whistle is blown, and the barrier between us and the Gog and the Magog is broken, and they terrorized all men on the earth after that. There's a lot to happen. Jesus will return at the time of the smoke. Around that time, when the sons of Israel are destroyed, their highness is destroyed, he will return around that time. This is all supposed to happen before the end times begin with the release of the Gog and Magog. So when that happens and the moon splits, those things are going to start happening. The stars will fall, the sun will be blotted out, all sorts of stuff is going to happen which you think is impossible. But then when those are here who will see it, will call it magic, because they won't believe it even then until it all ends and they're actually dead. Then they will believe, just like the rest who've done it before from mankind. Anyway, I'll leave with that. Peace.